एतं देवम् एकवृतं वेद स सर्वस्मै विपश्यति यच्च प्राणानि यच्च न तमिदं निगतं सः स एष एक एकवृत् एक एव सर्वे अस्मिन् देवा एकवृतो भवन्ति. To him who knows this God as one, neither second, nor third, nor fourth, he oversees all that breathes and what breathes not. To him goes the supreme power. He is the one alone. To him all deities become one alone. This is the conception of the Hinduism. The complete Hinduism, though we are having so many varieties of gods and goddesses, but actually it is one. So again and again, through different way, they teach us in this way. And this dharma was taught by Sri Krishna. Sri Krishna, an avatara. Avatara, incarnation of God, manifesting God's power through human being. This is the avatara, conception of avatara. And that is very unique. The manifestation of God's power through human being, this is a unique way. Last class we were discussing about, after studying the whole Mahabharata and the main character Sri Krishna, we studied how Sri Krishna, he was born in a prison, in a bondage, but immediately he was released from there. This is symbolic that God comes out of his own will, and at his own will he can get freedom, but we cannot. The human being, because of our karma, past karma, we are bound to. We will see in the life of a great soul, Devbrata, who became Bheesma, who was the Gangeya. He was bound. Why? Because of the karma. What karma? We will find over here. So, Lord Krishna's story begins with the birth of Devbrata. According to some scholars, Devbrata was born 550 years after the birth of Sri Rama. His father was King Shantanu and mother was Ganga. Because of his mother, Ganga, Devbrata's other name was Gangeya. So this gives a picture of the society. The children, they were named after their mother also. Now recently they are in our country, I have seen that they are going to the court demanding that why not in the mother's title, why not in the name of the mother? But the system was there for long back. So in the name of the mother he was Gangeya. Vyasadeva, the writer of the Mahabharata, described how King Shantanu met Devi Ganga and proposed, "Will you please become my wife?" Though goddess Ganga agreed, but she agreed with a strange condition. She told, "O king, neither you nor anyone else should ever ask me who I am or whence I come. Never question or stop my actions. You must not say anything displeasing to me. The moment you break these conditions, I will leave you. So these are the 4 conditions. Before marriage, any condition they give, everyone they accept, no problem. Afterwards we'll adjust. But here it was very, very difficult. We'll see in the life of Shantanu. Shantanu also thought it's okay, whatever she is telling, no problem. We will see afterwards what she will do. But the king agreed to all her conditions without thinking the future consequences. Ganga gave birth to 8 children. And every time a child was born, she drowned the newborn into Ganga water. Shantanu's heart was torn apart every time. When the 8th child was born, and very significant, Krishna was also the 8th born child. And before Krishna, all the 7 children that was born, they were killed. So only Krishna survived. Here, when the Devi Ganga was, as usual, carrying the baby to the Ganga river, king cried, "Stop, stop, O Ganga. Don't mother this innocent baby boy at least." Ganga said, "O king, time has come for me to go back to my own abode. But I shall tell you that I did not kill any of your children." Then she narrated a beautiful story. Now it comes karma and karma phala. Who are these boys who are born out of Ganga? And why the Ganga was putting them under the water, in the water, as if outwardly killing? If she was not explaining, it would have been a very cruel act on behalf of a mother. And she was telling, "I am goddess Ganga. I am adored by the gods and men. And all these 8 children of yours are the 8 Basus." They were visiting Ashtabashu. We know in the Hindu temple also the Ashtabashus are there. They are very famous god. These 8 Basus was visiting with their wives a place where Rishi Vashishta's hermitage was there. Bashu Prabhasha, this is the name, Bashu Prabhasha. 8 Basus, the last one was Prabhasha's wife, saw a cow grazing, and she requested her husband Prabhasha to secure the cow for her. It was a beautiful cow. It was grazing. But that cow belonged to that Rishi, Vashishta. That beautiful cow was Vashishta's cow, Nandini. Bashu knew it and told their wives that, "Is it worth incurring Vashishta's costs?" Even then she persisted, and the Prabhasha went and caught that cow, and all other Bashus also accompanied him, captured the cow and left that place. Rishi came back, didn't see the cow, sat in meditation and found who are the people, took the cow and cursed them. Cursed them that these the Bashus are the gods. Those who are doing very good job, they become gods afterwards. If they have the desire to rule, to get the power, with that desire, if they die, then they become gods. They are not liberated, but they get special power, very special power. The Bashus are also that. So they were enjoying their lives in the heaven, becoming the demigods, having a lot of power, but this mistake they did, so the Rishi gave the curse. Now, Rishis are more powerful than the gods. Why? Because they were having tremendous spiritual capacities. But the moment they curse, their merits are again minus. Again they go and sit for meditation and practicing the austerity. So the karma and karma phala goes on like this. And Sri Krishna, in the 4th chapter, when he was explaining, he was telling it's very difficult to understand the karma phala, karma. Kim karmeti, kim akarmeti, kabayo patra mohitaha. What is the real task? What is the real karma, the duty? And what is not? Same duty, if you are performing, it is wrong. And people are bewildered, and not only people, even the Kabi means those who are very highly qualified in the scripture, they are also sometimes bewildered. And sometimes it is the duty of a son to take care of the parents, mother and father. The holy duty. And always in the Hinduism they teach that mother is above the heaven. But at the same time, when he is married, it is his duty to take care of his wife. So always there is a conflict, what I will do now. My mother is asking in this way, my wife is asking in this way, what I will do. So I have seen a person still there, his life is completely ruined because of the mother. Anyway, so this karma is so difficult, dharma is so difficult. How to understand? Here they captured understanding that something is going to happen, the rishi will never leave. Rishi also cursed them only for the cow, there's a special cow of course, but he cursed them. What was the curse? Go down and born as a human being and suffer. So that is the reason the human birth means suffering. The fear of death, the jealousy, the hatred, the anger, and also the lot of desires, a little bit of joy, a little bit of happiness, little bit of appreciation. Again, this goes on and on and on. So the human life is terrible. Animals and birds and insects, they're only one birth. Whatever they do, that they do. They are not acquiring any extra karma. So they suffer in that way. A human is standing on the threshold of good and bad. Inside the mind I know what is good, but my nature provokes to do something bad. And after doing that bad, I always think, oh, why I have done that? Always it goes, almost in every human being. So both of them, the Bashus and the Vashishta, both they perhaps thought in that way. Vashishta could think, okay, only a cow, I will get another cow like that, it's no problem, let them take it. And Bashus also could say the wife, no, we are not, why should we steal the cow? That is not good. Being a god, why should I take it anything without the permission of the owner? Both of them, they were doing the wrong thing and cursed them, you must go down and take the human birth and suffer there. Then all the Bashus came and then they told, sir, what to do? Tell us something by which we can come back again into this situation, to my disposition. The Rishi immediately said, okay, if you can go and persist the Devi Ganga to become your mother, then only immediately after your birth you will be free, but not this Prabhasa. Because Prabhasa is the one who came under the spell of his wife and did the main mistake, and you only, as brother, you stood with him. But he is so he has to live a long time over there. They all went to Ganga and told, you are the only way to save us, please save us, become our mother. Ganga chose Shantanu as her husband. Why Shantanu? He was a great king and very honest king. We will see how the Shantanu was really so good afterwards, his behavior. The Shantanu, then he told, see, this is all the Bashus, they have gone back to their own abode. But the last one, he was the Prabhasa. He is supposed to live for a long time. So I knew that you will now come and stop me. I knew that this is the last, so I will go back to my own self and I will train this boy and bring him back, give it to you. So the Ganga took that last baby and after 12 years came back and told the Santanu, this is your son, his name is Devbrata. So he became the Devbrata, very powerful. Then the Ganga was telling that, see that Yam putram ashtamam rajasa tvam pura mayas ithaha. From you I got this eighth son. This is Yam putram, this is that eighth one. Sa Teyam Purusha Vagra. Oh, Purusha Vagra. She was addressing the king as the Purusha Vagra, the great king. Nayasenam Grihanatikim. O tiger among men, this is the eighth child I bore you. Accept him, take him home. His name is Devbrata. He has mastered the art of arms, learned Vedas from the Rishi Vashishta himself. Look at it. So this boy was trained by the Vashishta and he learned the Vedas from the Vashishta and well versed in science from the Shukracharya. The Shukracharya, he was the teacher of the Asuras, but he knew a lot of wonderful sciences like giving the life back to the old people, dead people, the Shukracharya, Mrityunjaya. So some people, they say, we will chant the Mrityunjaya mantra. You can chant, but you will die. Anyway, go. So but the Mrityunjaya is totally different type. Mrityunjaya means he is conquering the death. What is the conquering of death? Keeping this body? No. Sometimes we say the Hanumanji and also the other one by the grace of that Ramchandra's, Ravana's brother, Vibhishana, he is living somewhere eternally. But that conception is totally different type, not physically. They can appear anytime physically. But we are remembering them every moment. So that is the living, the eternal, that's a great life. So they were telling that they will be Mrityunjaya. So this Devbrata, and the mother kept the name Devbrata as the son of Ganga. He became Gangeya, and because of his unique sacrifice for his father's happiness, gods declared him as the Bheesma, the terrific. The Bheesma was, that name was declared by the gods. What is the sacrifices? After 16 years of Devbrata's birth, King Shantanu saw Satyavati, the most beautiful, a daughter of a fisherman. Again, look at the picture of the society. There is no caste or class discrimination. And look at the wonderful society, the king of that country, that too a king like Shantanu, whom the god even used to respect. That Shantanu is going to, when he approached to that lady and told, I like to marry you, then she told, you have to take the permission of my father, and my father is a fisherman. King of the country, going to a fisherman's house and begging the hands of his daughter, and the fisherman is very clever. And naturally, being a father, the father first thing will come, thought will come, whether my daughter will be happy with this person or not. Sometimes the kings, they love someone and after some time they forget them. Whether that will be the fate of my daughter? So he said, Asya jayate ya putraha sa raja prithibipati. That is the condition. Asya jayate, from my daughter, the children that will born, Japutra, He didn't say putra, he said putra, the firstborn, because that is the custom. The firstborn son will become the king. So Raja Pratibhipati, he will be the king after you. But you are a big king, huge, the Shamrat. You are having that power. My son, grandson will also be that. So naturally, Shantanu thought, how that is possible? Bheesma is already there. And he was thinking that Bheesma will be the king after him. So he left. But his heart was lost over there. You know, in love, they're always thinking and constantly all these things happened. Then all those things started happening in the life of Shantanu, and everybody was noticing, but no one dared to ask him, what happened to you? Then Bheesma came and said, Father, I don't see that you were that attentive, something has happened to you. Some thought must be tormenting you. What's that? Please share with me. Now, after the 16 years of age, the son is just like friend to father. From one age, one odd means the 0 to the first day, up to 6 years, the putra lalayet, you must take very, very care to the son or the children. And from 7 to 16, they should go to the teacher's house. And talayet, talayet means you have to teach that properly. If necessary, sometimes should be harsh. And after the 16, you must be a friend with you. So he shared, the father shared his all sorrows with the son. And what is that sorrow? I wanted to marry that lady now. This is the condition, it is not possible. Without the permission of the father, this young boy went to that fisherman and he said, I am promising I will never become king. Is that all right? Can you allow this, your daughter, to become my mother? And whoever become the son of from her, they will be the king. I am promising not to become king. And when he promised before everyone. But the fisherman was really very practical. He said, okay, that is all right, you will know. But the thing is, your son, they may come and fight with my grandchildren. And naturally, your children will be more powerful than my grandchildren. You are a great fighter, warrior. And Bheesma, so not Bheesma that time, that is Devbrata, you are very famous. So what will happen? So it's the second question. And then he said, okay, I am promising I will never ever marry in this life. And because of that promise, it became Bheesma, the terrible. But why this promise is so important? Because in those days, it was taboo to live a bachelor life. One should not. Even the rishis, they were married people. As because there is not much people, population was not there. So praja aat, that was the, you must have to generate the population. That was the praja aat, you must marry. So it goes, so the Bheesma, that was the first time someone is trying to practice, though he is a Kshatriya and he is not a Brahmana, he is not leaving the hearth and home, he is not going to practice the austerity, but even then he won't marry. So that was the promise, and it was really terrible. It was the completely unknown thing in that society. So people started talking like that. I will never be king, I will never marry, Shantanu repeated. Sachanda maranam tasmai dadau tushta pita swayam. Shantanu then blessed. When this all news came, reached to the father Shantanu, Shantanu became happy, at the same time very sad. Now in those days, once the word has come out of the mouth, you must have to keep. He promised means promised. Now you cannot go back. So when the father came to know, naturally he said, why? It was not necessary. I want to see you as a king, but father, I have promised, it is not possible. Now you must have to marry. Then afterwards, Shantanu gave the blessings to his son Bheesma that Sachanda Maranam Tasmai. You can control the death. Whenever you like to die, then only the death will come to you, otherwise not. No one can kill you. So that is Ichha Mrityu Bar. Like Swami Vivekananda was having that. Ichha Mrityu Bar. See, he desired that death should take him away, so he passed. Otherwise, it was impossible. So that was the blessings of the Shantanu. Now we can understand the standard of the Shantanu. He was a great yogi too. Not only a great administrator, not only a great king and just king, who is going down to the cottage of a very humble person like a fisherman and begging the hands of his daughter. He could simply say, hey, go and take the daughter and bring her to me. Then no, he didn't do that. Now the family tree that we see is the Shantanu having now two wives. One is Ganga and Satyavati. Out of Ganga, the son was Bheesma. Out of Satyavati, it is Chitrangad and Vichitra, the two sons. And now Chitrangad died very young because after only 3, he became the king fast. But when he went for a fight somewhere, he was killed in that war. So now the next brother, Vichitra, he became the king. But he was a very small boy. So naturally, the Satyavati requested the Bheesma to take care of him. Bheesma, under his guidance, was maintaining the kingdom. And when Vichitra attained 16 years, then naturally to give him marriage, Bheesma was searching for the match. And then he found that in the Kashi, there's 3 daughters are there and very beautiful. Bheesma went over there and like the Hanumana, instead of choosing one, he thought all the 3 whom he will like, the Vichitra will like, we don't, acha, chalo. So all the 3 daughters, so like the Bheesma, he picked up all the 3 daughters and he was bringing them back. One, Shalya, on the way, stopped him and Shalya could request. Instead, he challenged Bheesma. And you know the Kshatriya, once challenged in fight, they cannot go back. And Shalya never could understand that Bheesma is so very powerful. So he was humbled within a few minutes. But Shalya and Amba, the first, the daughter of the king of Kashi, they were in love. Secretly they used to love each other. Shalya didn't disclose and Amba also couldn't say out of the shyness. So all the 3 daughters came. Then the Amba said, I cannot marry because I have already given my heart to the Shalya. The Bheesma consulted with the Brahmanas, what can be done? Then he said, like a father, you can always send her back to her chosen one. So Bheesma saying to the Shalya, but Shalya told, no, I am insulted, I won't accept you. The Amba came back again to Bheesma. He said, now you must marry and nobody else because you hold my hand. And in the Hinduism, there is a tradition is any male holding the right hand of left hand of a girl, that means you are accepting her as your wife. So the Bheesma told, but as a father, like a father, I trust you, but I cannot marry you, it is not possible. And no one can compel me to marry because I have taken the vow. So this is something we must learn from Bheesma's character. The once someone has given the word, he will never go back, whatever may be the consequences. So that is called dharma. And Swami Vivekananda again and again appreciated this, and he said, Hathi ka daat, marat ka baat. That the tusk of an elephant comes out, never goes back. So that a person who gives the word will never take it back. Once I have given the word, I must keep it, or I die for the cause. So that is the religion. Religion means the transformation, and how the transformation comes because of the thoughts. And thought means this powerful thing that must be within the mind. And this girl, then she went from different people to fight against the Bheesma. All refused. No one agreed to fight for her. They all sympathized. Oh, we are sorry, but we cannot fight with the Bheesma. That proves in that time Bheesma was so powerful, no king was, or the Kshatriya, the heroes were able to fight with him. Only Parashuram, when Parashuram was that time old almost, and when she went to him, the rishis told it is only Parashuram can do. Then they went to the Parashuram. Parashuram said, okay, let me try, but I don't think I'll be possible because I'm old now. So he went and he challenged Bheesma. He fought with him for a long time, and both were equal. And afterwards, Parashuram got exhausted, and he said, okay, and said, sorry, I can't be able to do this. But you can go and sit for the practicing austerity for the Surya, the god. Then she did that. The Surya came and gave her a garland, told, you take this garland and the flowers will never dry. You can keep it anywhere. So in the next birth also you will remember your promises. So that much I can do against the Bheesma, otherwise not. So she went to a king's court and said, is anyone is here to support me? I am a lady and this is the suffering. They told, no, it is not possible. She kept that garland at the door of that house and left to the jungle and started again the meditation. When the god came before her, she said, I like to be the cause of Bheesma's death. So love and hatred, there it goes side by side. Upwards and reverse of the same coin, love and hatred. Today I may love, and next day I may hate. That is not love. That is some attraction and infatuation, it may be. So Swami Vivekananda said, love means one-way giving. I love you, I love you, I love you. In return, I don't want anything. That is the true love. But she never loved the Bheesma. She only wanted to fill her desire. So now the hatred came. I want to be the cause of death of Bheesma. And he was born again as a daughter of Devbrata and told. And then she saw that garland and that she left somewhere at the gate of the Devbrata's palace. She remembered immediately, oh, this is the cause I am born in this. But I am a lady again. I am a girl. What will happen to me? Then he asked her father, will you fight for me with the Bheesma? Then the father told, no, why unnecessarily should I fight with Bheesma? Then she left for again tapasya. She went inside the jungle, and this time she changed her the personality as a male. She was a female and became a male again. So this changing the gender, that was also possible in those days, though they are not mentioning who actually the doctors performed that, mentioning that through tapasya. But I don't think that. There must be, Salya Vidya was very, this type of operations, in that also they were very high. So something happened. She changed the gender and she became Srikhandi. Those who have already studied the Mahabharata, you know that. But at that time, no one knew. What is this? Who is this Srikhandi? Only two persons they knew. One is Krishna and another is Bheesma. And no one else. What is the time? I think I left my phone over there. 11:40. Okay. So that is this way it went. Then afterwards, after the king, there's Ambika and Ambalika. Ambika gave the birth of Dhritarashtra, and Ambalika the Pandu, And again, another lady, she was not she was actually the maid servant. She also gave the birth of Vidura. But that is another system in those days called Niyak Pratha. As because all the husbands, they died, and so the mother, Satyavati, told Bheesma what to do. So they invited a Brahmana and also a very highly respected person, the first son of Satyavati, that is the Vedavyasa. And these are all Vedavyasa's children, that is all Dhritarashtra and the Pandu. Out of Dhritarashtra, Kauravas, and out of Pandus, the Pandavas. So this was going on. Then Dashiputra was the Vidura, but he was very, very knowledgeable person. And you know, in that same, though they know that the Vidura was the son of a maidservant, but he was respected and taken care as same as the Dhritarashtra and Pandu, though he was not contender for the kingdom, the throne, but he was given the same training by Bheesma himself. And because Bheesma was taking care of the kingdom, and it became very, very popular and very wonderful administration all over the world, they started telling Bheesmena Bihitam Rashtre Dharma Chakram Avartata. The Dharma Chakra, usually this word, they say it comes with our Buddha. No, it was in Mahabharata. And in the Mahabharata it says, Bheesmena Bihitam Rashtre Dharma Chakram Avartata. In the Adi Parva itself it says, kingdom under the guidance of Bheesma expanded like will of Dharma. It expanded. After the death of Pandu, Kunti and her sons, Pandavas, they came back. So naturally they demanded, we know that. Then Dhritarashtra was not in the mind to give them, but Bheesma, he said, you must give at least half of the kingdom to them. They are supposed to be, because Yudhishthira is the senior most. According to the system, Yudhishthira is supposed to be the king. But as because you have already declared in this way, let at least half portion. They gave the half portion. And Indraprastha became the Pandavas' capital. And Yudhishthira organized the Rajasuya Yajna. In the Rajasuya Yajna, this is the system, this is the custom that you must offer the best flower and the respect to the best person assembled over there. So Yudhishthira went to Bheesma and asked, who you consider the best person in this assembly? And he immediately said, it is Krishna. So this is the first time before each and every one, Krishna was accepted as the God by Bheesma. He declared that Krishna is to Bhagavan Swayam. Krishna is the Bhagavan. So he is having all power, etc. Krishna's knowledge of scripture, his heroic behavior, his charity, his modesty, his humbleness, his performances are unparalleled. So he is the best person. Shishupal became very angry. And he was so angry, he started abusing Krishna with filthy words. And he said Krishna the dog. Krishna quietly heard that. Bheesma also. Sahadev and Bhim became very angry. And they wanted to protest. Now look at this. This is called Rishi Drishti. Because Bheesma knew what is going to happen afterwards. When the Sahadeva and Bhima wanted to protest, then he said, sit quietly and watch Krishna. See what he is doing. Krishna is a very powerful person. And why Krishna is sitting quietly? There must be some reason. So you need not to do anything on behalf of the Krishna. That gives the insight of Bheesma and the intelligence of Bheesma. Shishupala challenged the Krishna to fight with him, and naturally Kshatriya rule. The moment you challenge, you have to, and Krishna at ease cut the head of the Shishupala. then and there itself. Then he said why he was quietly sitting over there when he was abusing. He was going on counting actually. What he was counting? Krishna promised to the Shishupal's mother that he will never kill up to the 100 offenses that he is doing against him. So Shishupala was always against the Krishna, and his mother was afraid, and he knew that Krishna can kill him anytime. So she went and told Krishna, please forgive him. I can forgive him for 100 times, 100 offenses. So Krishna was sitting quietly and counting. Bheesma also knew it. So Bheesma and Krishna, they were knowing all the past, present and the future. So knowing this, Bheesma himself could protest, but he didn't do. He was waiting that Krishna will take the action, let the 100th one come, and then only. So that is the Bheesma. He was a yogi pragya. He was having the yogic capacity. It is Bheesma who first worshipped Krishna. When the Draupadi asked Bheesma how before him, the Bheesma, and also in the presence of the great personalities like Honorable Vidura, Kripacharya, Dronacharya, Duryodhan and his brothers and friends, insulting her, Bheesma replied, he said, Gahana dharmano gati. The dharma is very difficult to understand when one should perform what and how. We were sitting over there, we could stop it, but we didn't felt that urge, must be something is there, because in the future something is going to happen. So that is the reason, that very moment, we didn't take any action. So the karma and his action, that is, karma is sometimes also called dharma. The dharma means the responsibilities. It is a result is really very tricky. It is very, very difficult to understand what is going to happen afterwards. So one must be quietly praying to God without going on calculating what will happen, this and that. Not much of calculation. Gahana dharmano gati. The way of righteousness are very subtle. Whatever is happening must have a cause, and surely there will be result. But I am sure that the lineage of the Kuru will be destroyed very soon. Look at it. I am sure that the lineage of the whole Vamsha will be destroyed very soon. Bheesma knew it. Though he promised that I am going to help them, these people, but he knew that the days are coming. Why? Unrighteousness. The great, great power that was destroyed because of this immorality and unrighteousness. The eagle of the Rome that used to fly all over the world one time, that was so powerful. Now the British, they were ruling the whole world. Sun never set in the kingdom of the British. Where they have gone? Unrighteousness destroyed it. So the moment the unrighteousness comes, adharma, in the life of an individual, he is going to be ruined, sure. In the life of the society, sure. In the life of the country is also the same way. That is why dharma is so important, and dharma means balancing. So, O Panchali, I appreciate your patience and firm determination. Why Bheesma said that? Panchali means and then Draupadi. Because in those days, she could immediately say, okay, now, as because my 5 husbands cannot protect me, I will marry Duryodhana. But she didn't say that. She told, no, whatever the punishment you are giving, give me, no problem. But I am not going to give away my husband. So your patience. Though she was going on criticizing Yudhishthira, she was criticizing Arjuna. Who called you hero? She told. You can't do anything. So what type of hero you are? And Bheem only was very angry But even then, he was not doing anything because he was under the order of his senior brother. So the Bheesma observed everything and he said, I appreciate your patience and determination to follow the path of righteousness. That was the Rishi Drishti of the Bheesma. Two different characteristics we find in Bheesma. He accompanied Duryodhana, Karna and many others to steal the 60,000 cows from the Virata. Very peculiar. A man of righteousness, he is going, but then afterwards we understand why. Because he knew that, in the history, in the Mahabharata, the Pandavas was leaving for 1 year in incognito. That was the last day. He knew that Pandavas are there in the Viratas. He knew everything, but he didn't disclose. He was quietly waiting for the time to come, and he knew that when we will go, surely Arjuna will come to protect, because Arjuna is working for them. So the Viratas, when they went to take out the Godana, all the cow herds, 60,000 cows, they wanted to take away the loot. He was also in the team, but he was not in that. When they were defeated by only one Arjuna, he wanted to show them, you are fighting with Arjuna, you are invading Arjuna, you are planning to kill him, look at it. That's why he was there. Apparently as if he was supporting Duryodhana, but internally he was going to introduce Arjuna's capacity to all these fools. And he told again and again to Karna, you are boasting, but you do not know the power of Arjuna. You will be nowhere when the Arjuna comes. So all of them were defeated. And next we find he again advised Duryodhana and his father Dhritarashtra to develop friendship and peace with the Pandavas. O Dhritarashtra, your evil-minded son Duryodhana has been working under the spell of Kala, the death. He warned them before the war. But at the same time, he was in the favor of fighting in favor of the Duryodhana. Stop him right now. Agree to the proposal of Krishna, or all your children will die for sure. So no one can say that he didn't warn. He warned them, but they didn't listen. Again we find he is promising Duryodhana that he will kill 10,000 soldiers every day in the Kurukshetra. 10,000 soldiers I will kill every day. And he indeed kept his promise. He was killing 10,000 soldiers every day, and he fought for 9 days. So we can understand how many people he killed. And again he disclosed his death secret. I won't die till I want, and no one can defeat me, he said to Yudhishthira, who went to him to ask how to defeat you. So Yudhishthira went over there very humbly and said, Pitamaha, how to kill you, how to defeat you? He didn't say kill, he said how to defeat you. Then he said, it is not possible for anyone to defeat me unless until I want. He said, O Yudhishthira, then he said, I am disgusted on my life. I don't like to live any longer. Keeping Srikhandi, now he is disclosing. Keeping Srikhandi at the front of Arjuna, if Arjuna strike me, I will fall. And there is no other second way. Arjuna never wanted to do that. Why with the help of somebody else I should fight? I am naturally the hero. Krishna told your heroism will be afterwards, but we have to win the war. And now this is the only way we can defeat the Bheesma, otherwise it is impossible. O Yudhishthira, I am giving you the permission to kill me. Unless and until he gave the permission, it was not possible for anyone. So see the great personality. And in the Bhagavad Gita we find that when the Duryodhana was doubting about his integrity, He was thinking he loves so much the Pandavas. He will take the side of the Pandavas. Sometimes in the war itself you can change the side. So he may do like that. So Dhritarashtra, he was asking others, this our Duryodhana, he was asking others, Drona, Kripacharya, Karna, you must protect our grandfather. You must protect. Okay, who is going to protect whom? Karna, of course, said, I won't take the arms till this old man die. Otherwise, I won't. So Karna became very angry with him. So Karna was not there. Bhishma understood that he is actually doubting his integrity. And then, Tasya samjanayam harsham kuru vriddha pitamaha shimhanadam binadachvai shankham dagnu pratapavan. He never answered to that. He never said, you fool, I am all the time by your side. But you are all the time doing the bad thing, wrong thing, what to do? But anyway, you are doubting, so I won't fight. He didn't say that. Rather, to inspire his full group, he blew the conch and declared the war. The students of Mahabharata, they know how bitter was the relation between the Bhishma and Karna. Karna promised not to fight till Bhishma died. And when Bhishma was lying in his arrow bed, secretly Karna came with tears in his eyes. Grandfather, I am Radheya Karma. Karna, he said. Then immediately, he was lying on the arrows. His bed was very peculiar. And come, I was waiting for you. With great affection, Bhishma said to Karna, you are not Radheya. Your mother is not the Radha. Karna was adopted by that lady. You are Kaunteya. Your mother is Kunti. Karna, you are the son of Kunti and your father is Sun God. So that means two persons only knew, Krishna and Bhishma. But Bhishma never disclosed it. He was constantly abusing Karna. Oh Karna, I have sometime behaved harshly with you to remove your jealousy. Look at it. When he was behaving harshly, so he was trying to rectify. When Karna in tearful eyes said, O grandfather, like you, I am also bound by my promise to Duryodhana. I know that I am the son of Kunti, but I cannot break my promise. Bhishma then blessed him and saying, O Karna, if you must fight, fight without malice and keeping the heaven as the goal of your life. As a Kshatriya, he is fighting, and he was fighting for the one who has hired him. It was a just fight. He never cared for the result. So if you can do like that, so this Kshama, the forgiveness, that was in the character of the Bhishma. And he was really a peacemaker. Even in that time when he was lying on the arrow bed, he was trying to pursue Karna, not to fight. Krishna urged Yudhishthira to meet Bhishma. Krishna now is urging Yudhishthira to meet Bhishma and to learn from him. Now this is very important. Rajadharma, duties of a king. Varnasrama dharma, responsibilities of different classes of human being in a society. Varnasrama dharma. And moksha dharma, secret of spirituality. So these are the three things you must learn from him. Krishna is telling Yudhishthira that you must go and meet. Yudhishthira visited Bhishma on the 29th day of his fall. When he reached there, he found Vyasadev, Narad, and many other holy men listening to Bhishma. Bhishma wished to leave his body on the 57th day from the beginning of the great war of Kurukshetra. On the 58th day, he left his body. When Krishna requested Bhishma to advise Yudhishthira, Bhishma, lying on his bed of arrows, said, O Krishna, you are my God. I am your disciple. How can I advise when I myself is surviving just because by your grace? So Bhishma knew it very clearly that Krishna is God himself. In the Bhagavad Gita, in the 4th chapter, we find Janma karma chame divyam evam yo vetti tattataha taktva deham punar janma naiti mameti sorjuna. Krishna is telling the Arjuna, if anyone understands that my life and my actions are divine and correctly, tattvataha, in the true sense of that, then he will get the freedom. After the death, he will never born again. He will get the liberation. We can surely understand that Bhishma is liberated. He knew that who Krishna was. In Shanti Parva, 56th chapter, in total 473 verses, slokas, Bhishma explained the Rajadharma, Varnasrama Dharma, Moksha Dharma. Who should do what and how in every stages of the society, Varnasrama Dharma. Now this is the main complaint against the Hinduism, the Varnasrama. But no, Varnasrama is a perfect system. So that the society needs all the four in 30 days before his death. And Krishna said, Bhavan hi vayasa vriddha sruta achara manannitaha kushalo rajadharmanam sarvesham parashaye. Mahabharata, he said, about the Bhishma, Krishna is telling, you are the great and the highest among all the human beings, and you knew the Shruti and Achara. Shruti means the Veda, that is the knowledge. Not only that, how to apply that knowledge in the society, Achara, that also you knew. And you are Kushala Rajadharmanam. Why again and again Rajadharma? If the king is bad, everything is bad in the society. Again and again the history showed that one person sitting over there as the king or the administrator, if he is bad, the whole human society will suffer. How many times we should learn this? History is repeating again and again, but somehow or other again we become deluded to get suffering, Sometimes we think, oh, this man, and we always choose a bad man, and as a result we all suffer. Sarvesham parasha, you are the great of each and every one. So that is our Bhishma. We learn this greatness and the wonderful depth of knowledge and sacrifice. It is good that he stole that cow as a bashu for his wife. So we got this Bhishma and we learned so many things. Those who are really interested to see what should be the duties of a ruler must read this, the 56th chapter of the Mahabharata. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om. Friends, I have to go to Wisconsin, right? So immediately it will take 2.5